Oops. My bad. Alright, everyone. This is going to be a what if Deku had a javelin. Also, he's not getting all four of them. That's too overpowered. He's getting the one that I can actually think of him getting, which actually makes sense. The Colossus. Why, you might ask? Well, it has lots of room, so it's easier to protect in. Not like the more or less Interceptor. That thing's small, and how are you going to get all those pieces in? So, yes, so he's only going to get the Colossus. None of the other ones. Alright? Okay. Oh, also, so when Deku is very young, quirkless, yes, all that. Gets bullied by Bakugo, though, does go to an engineering school. An online engineering school that his mother kind of put him in. So, yes. In that school, he does meet several people, getting to meet one of his all-time favorite engineers. What was his name? I said this before today. Not Concrete Man. That's not how you say his name. Cementos. Nope. Wrong thing. No, I'm thinking of villain names now. The cement guy that's in the what's it called? No, I think I said it right, Cementos. Why do I feel like it's wrong? I'll just name it Cementos now. Retconning that. Yeah. So Cementos is a teacher, and what he did was able to teach different people, and he got to teach Deku. Deku saying he's quirkless, so he wants to help. Him just saying, so you're kind of like, the shield, like the shields. Him saying, do you mean the Professor Shield? As in Melissa's dad. David Shield. Like David Shield. Him chuckling at that and just saying, yeah, I am. Which, he does learn some stuff from Cementos. And yeah, it's more or less a very learning basic stuff. So, throughout those years of him basically learning engineering and stuff like that, he does make his own little gadgets here and there. One time even making a flamethrower, though having to immediately disassemble it because of his mom thinking it's a fire hazard. So, yeah. So, yes, but you can just reassemble it very easily. So, we do get around the start of the anime. Deku still wanting to be a hero, but he knows he can be, he just has to try his hard enough. And he's not that weak, skinny boy that Bakugo can just say, you're worthless, Deku, stuff like that. Though he still says, you're worthless, Deku, and he still has that name. Though, this one, he's more muscular. He's not getting one for all. He is muscular, and can more or less, he does know a little fighting. He knows a little fighting skill. So, yeah. And it does come to everyone basically doing the teacher coming in and just putting his hand up in the air and just saying, alright, I know you all want to be heroes, yada, yada, yada. I'm just trying to get this all by fast enough so we can actually get into the main storyline. Because all this is just the same. Bakugo still makes a remark saying, I'm better than all of you. With him just saying, I'm going to UA. Deku obviously going also to UA, so the teacher also says that. Bakugo still does the same thing, try to bully Deku out of going there. So, yeah. Deku he actually can talk to, he more or less does have he can stand against Bakugo, or just punch him a bit, though he would obviously lose after a while, seeing explosions versus regular man. Bomb versus building. I wonder who'd win. Sorry for me just trying to that was kind of making fun of Deku, though. Sorry, Deku. Or sorry, Deku. So, yeah. After that class, the 10 months does happen. Deku trying to think of a way to get into UA. Him realizing, what if I made a mech that I could control? And it would be very heavily armored so it can protect me. And I could name it the Colossus. Yeah, bingo. So, Deku does have to dig up a beach. Also, if you're wondering who's getting one for all, it's going to actually be Bakugo. And unlike All Might going to dig up a beach, you would just see a little makeshift hut in a well where some parts are. And in that, you do more or less have Deku making things with a big chassis up there. None of the arms and an exoskeleton in the chassis. And All Might coming in just saying, hello, who? And sees the middle portion of the mech, and him just saying, what? Izuku still being shocked because he didn't meet All Might, and stuff like that. Him just stating, All Might. And saying, why are you here, All Might? He's a controlled fan, basically, so, at the moment. All Might just saying, well, I came here to train, and him saying Bakugo, and him just saying, you shouldn't want to train him. He's a bad person. All Might saying, preposterous. He's very good, and he has a strong heart. Bakugo's trying to make Deku say, yeah, don't you know we're best friends? Him saying, you owe me $500. Bakugo whispering, fine. Though you say nothing, you damn Deku. Whispering in that ear without All Might hearing. And yeah, they do leave. The next day, Bakugo gives the money to him. At that point, Deku does finish the exoskeleton of the chest. And does try to work on the right and left arms. Finishing that in a week. Because Deku was working on the chest for about already 1 week, seeing as the majority of everything. After the exoskeleton is more or less done in the next month, or the finishing of that month, because we're in the 1 month period, Deku more or less unhooks it and it falls to the ground. Deku has a little power, so it has a decent battery, so it can work for at least 2 hours. So, yeah, Deku going out, and some people thinking, what's that? Though it's not, you don't have no armor or anything like that. It's more or less a kid in a big armor suit. Them thinking, oh, it's just someone trying to make a mech, or trying to build something. At least use the parts for something good. So, some people that are engineers do go up and look at the mech. Them trying to, ask Izuku about it, though Izuku just says nothing because, he doesn't want his own stuff being taken away, or at least copied, and yeah. Him saying nothing, he's just saying it's a mech that I'm building. Some people do try to bribe him, him declining. And he does test the regular mech out a little more. To the point of where it can at least do heavy stuff. Deku then starting to add armor plating to more or less protect him. Also, it does more or less look like that green and orange. Though from all the tests he did done, it does get that scratched up look. So, yeah. He does more or less paint it slightly with that orange and slight green. At this point, it does look like if you ever had a Colossus without no rocket launcher, or no guns, no nothing on it. Though Deku is trying to make a foldable shield, where you can have the shield in it. Him succeeding in that 2 months later. So, I say we're around the 4th month. At the 4th of the 4 months, owing to the entrance exam. Then Deku making this beautiful thing. Yes, it's so beautiful. It's a minigun. Deku starting to work on that. More or less making, out of what he can, metal bullets. And he does know how to make bullets because, he's an engineer. And he does know how to make them. Him making very crappy gunpowder, though gunpowder nonetheless, and he does test it. With a boom one time. And you do have one time a police officer did see that boom. So, yes. Though more or less Deku just shoots it with his own hand. Because it doesn't have a handle or anything. Though he is planning on doing that. And Deku does more or less finish that up. After getting one time reprimanded for not having a lethal weapon. Him saying it's for my mech. Him pointing out to the mech. Him saying it just needs some firepower. Them looking at the, shield, or asking what is that. him going into this and just pressing a button, or getting his arm into it, pressing the button and a shield just form. Him just stating, well, you see, if I ever am in a pickle, him saying I can just put up my shield. I could even use it as a melee weapon. So it's kind of like a plus and minus. So, yes. Also, Deku does get help time to time with Cementos. With Cementos very wanting to look at that. Though he does have to more or less get ready for, or do his own school things. Because technically they are in school, so Deku does have, which is why it's taking him so long. So, yeah. Though you do have someone looking in and out of him. Because Cementos just kind of will leave school for about 10 minutes and then come back breathing hard. Nezu does know about him doing that, so he one time asked him to saying there's a promising young kid. He does explain he's quirkless, though he's trying to build a mech to get into hero school. Nezu being curious and just saying, oh, alright. I can't wait to see it when it's done. Him stating it, well, when you do see it, it's going to be very easy to see. Him saying it's more like if you made a different variations of a mech. Him saying like a lightweight, a all class, and stuff like that. Him saying, and actually think about it, thinking it's more or less a tank. With him saying tank, what do you mean? Him stating it's heavily armored, has a shield, and it's going to have a minigun. And Nezu just face palms. Why does it have a minigun? Overhearing the police are saying, because he did more or less ask about that, seeing he is a hero. And with Cementos just saying, well, from what I heard, the police officer that did go there say, he said the kid needed more firepower in it. So, though I think he's going to make another weapon. So, yeah. And we do have the last month, Deku finishing off everything. I really don't want to keep explaining stuff for this mech. He more or less has a rocket launcher on his back. Yet it might not be perfect, though he can somewhat aim it. With that flamethrower I was talking about before. On its right, with that 2 pistols, or with a secondary, and that secondary is this. It's more or less a backup from when this runs out of ammo and he can't reload it fast enough. So he'll just switch to this. So, yes. So Deku more or less asks his mom, because his mom, plot. This is a college, so throughout high school, the final year of high school, Deku was building it. And Deku does ask his mom if he can finally get a car. Inko agreeing and just buying him an old truck. It's not the best truck, but it ain't the worst, so it can actually lift a lot. Deku realizing, him facepalming and just saying, I'm going to need to upgrade that thing. Inko saying why. Him saying, I've been working on a project for a little while now. Him asking if he wants to go see. Them getting in the truck with Inko letting Deku drive. And her being slightly happy, saying, my boy's growing up. Deku going to dig up a beach. Inko just saying, I didn't bring my... Deku saying no. Him saying, have you ever seen that big pile that never goes anywhere? And how some parts are missing now? Inko saying, no, I've not been here for a while. Him saying, oh, that actually makes sense. Him following in, her basically getting Deku into her putting in, and Inko, I'm going so fast, my mouth can't even keep up with my own thoughts. So Inko is more or less Deku leading her into a cave, or a junk cave. Her saying is to save, him saying, yes, I've been doing this for the past year. Inko just saying, wait, what? Her then realizing Colossus in the back. Her saying, wait, did you build this? Him saying, yep. With her saying, why is it so scratched up? Him saying, I had to do several tests, and it more or less got scratched up with some of the metal and stuff. Her looking to a thing before and seeing this minigun. Her saying, why is there a minigun there? Him stating, and putting his arm up, saying, it needed more firepower. And saying this is more or less a secondary, so if one runs out, I can more or less rely on the other. Her not knowing anything about guns, but realizing what he does say, because it's more or less, guns are going to have enough bullets, and any person in the real world can understand that. Her saying, alright, does that have any other things? Him just saying yes, and popping up a shield. Him saying it can use to protect myself if I ever do get too damaged, and it can be used as a melee weapon. Her looking in the back of it, realizing, what's this? Him saying, rocket. Her saying, rocket. With you have Inko just saying, so you basically made a war mech. Him saying, I made a hero mech. And it's all under the law. I made sure of that. So I can actually bring this to the UA entrance exam. With Inko just saying, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, they do have with Deku just stopping her saying, look, Mom, I at least want to give it a shot. I worked so hard and throughout this entire year, and it would basically be wasting all my hard work if I didn't. Inko saying, alright. But Deku just says, but if I do fail, I could profit off of this. And I'm saying, I could probably make different variants. Maybe a lighter one, or a all time around. That can be used for several things. So, yeah. With Inko sighing and saying, so you're going to make more mechs? Him saying, well, it depends if I do get in. He's getting in, so he's not making other mechs. I'm not giving him more mechs. That'll be overpowered. So, yeah. Deku basically getting one of those little things he can just put in. Him moving the mech on there and putting it in a, slump position. Like how you would see it. Or him getting on a little stand and putting it on there. And putting the stuff in there with his mech, because you can't lift that stuff. Those guns are made for those things are made for mechs, so, Or the javelins, him naming it a javelin, though the classification is a colossus. So, yeah. And then on the papers, Cementos looks at Izuku with hell intent. Like he wants to see what he made. Him saying it's a javelin, though its name is a colossus. It has heavy plated armor, a shield, a minigun, him in a secondary, a light machine gun, rockets, a flamethrower, and a shield. Him just putting that in front of Nezu's face, and Nezu just saying, well, this is going to be interesting. All Might looking at that paper and just saying, isn't that boy I saw? Him thinking in his head, sorry. Isn't that boy I did see? Him looking at the paper and just saying, oh, well, hell, he's into games. And yes, Deku did get a lot of his ideas from video games. So, yeah. Though his mech was all his idea. Though the minigun and stuff like that was from different video games he did play. I don't know, make up your imagination of what different games. Who knows, it could be that minigun was, he probably made a minigun because he thought of Titanfall. Who knows? I don't know any of those things, so how should I know? So, yeah. After a little bit, Deku does more or less get there, and Inko waving her by, and Deku getting to his mech and putting his weapons on the side of him, because it's the same mech. Ida, and he doesn't have that head thing in. So he does have that foot armor plate down and his top armor plate up, with him just showing his face. And with him having a helmet in his side. Ida remarking and then Deku does more or less ask, where can I put this? Them looking at it and just saying, in there. And him saying, no, I don't need to go in there, I want to be a hero. Them saying, oh, alright, so is that your support gear? Him saying, yes. And them saying, did you get that signed? Him showing the papers and yada yada, they let him in. With him putting the mech in there. So, yeah. Though, Deku does do the more or less test, and he does get fairly high in it. For the entrance exam. So, yeah. Or at least in the engineering department. Though in the regular department, he gets not an average, but a pretty high mark. Nothing like Momo's. But yeah, though he does get a high mark in the engineering. Only being rivaled by Mei Hatsume. Though, while Deku was taking that test, you do have Cementos looking over his thing. And Deku comes out a little early with Cementos almost getting in, and you do have him just saying, what are you doing, Sir Cementos? Cementos just stopping what he's about to do and just saying, oh fuck. Saying, well, I wanted to see Deku just saying, well, you can look at it on the test. I don't like showing all of my stuff to a lot of people. What you do have him coming up and just saying, so what's that? Him looking at the booster thrust. And the pointing at, then Deku just says, it can fly. Him facepalming saying, why can it fly? Deku saying, so it can move, so it doesn't have to go, so it's easier to move around. Though it does have a, thruster that it can't fly forever. It does need a cooldown. The engines aren't particularly best. Him understanding, Him asking how long can it fly. Deku staying about at least 1 minute. Also, it can probably hover for around 2 minutes. Him actually being impressed. Saying, alright. That's actually pretty cool. Him saying, alright. And him asking if he can show him more stuff. Though before that, you have Ida bursting through, just saying, how can you have this? We're not allowed support gear. And going on a rant, Deku staying with, you'd have Samantha slapping his face, just saying, damn it. Deku slapping, or punching him in the face, Ida in the face, just stating, I got this sign and I'm able to do it. Samanto's just saying, yeah. Ida just saying, I'm so sorry, and stuff like that. And when everyone else gets in, they do see a big-ass mech. Them wondering what it is, and Deku doesn't have his helmet on. He does have his all equipment in, though it's not on. Them looking at Deku, and then saying, what the hell's this? Deku just saying, mech. So, yeah. Nez, you do have President Mike just stating his whole 1, 2, 3, doors open, go, or at least Deku basically starts to run using his thrusters to boost him. And you do have some heroes that are there watching Deku being very impressed. You do have Cemento saying, it can be used as a booster to help him run. Deku launching off, and everyone just saying, what the hell? What quirk does he have? Cemento saying he doesn't have a quirk. He is quirkless. With them asking then, how the hell does he? Him saying, he built that himself out of scrap parts at Dagobah Beach. With them saying, oh, that's why stuff was missing. And yeah. And All Might thinking in his head just saying, well, damn. I'm actually glad I didn't tell him to leave there. So, yeah. Though All Might just thinks, he can't really be a hero. Or, he doesn't think that. He has that in the back of his head saying, he can't be a hero, he's quirkless. He'll just get hurt. So, yeah. Deku more or less racks up points with his minigun, rocket launcher, and one time bashing it a 0-pointer with his shield. Also then protecting himself, saying, oh shit. So, yeah. When Deku doesn't have a shield and goes for melee, he more or less does the same thing the animation does in the game. Slap that ground and it will make a crater. Yeah. So, yeah. Deku is actually not a high score. He barely gets by to the actually 1A class. With Deku sighing, because he knows how many points he needs, so he's more or less rushing around looking for points. So, yeah. Though in the background you just see boom, 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 boom. So, yeah. Though, to anyone that doesn't know, he still has that nuke on his side. Or that rocket launcher. What would you call that? Minigun rocket launcher. Minigun explosion device. And no one really asked him about him. Because they just thought that was the battery pack. Even Cementos thought that was the battery pack. Though the battery pack is in more or less his jetpack. So it's easier to use the thrusters. So it gets instant flying. So it doesn't take as long for that fuel to rush in. So there's no delay. So, yeah. And why do you think and you must be asking yourself, wait, that doesn't make sense. It actually does. And it's even shown in The Mandalorian. Or it's actually shown in different Star Wars series. because when you do use a car, let's say gasoline, so you very fast with that, well, pedal down. Give it 1 second and just go, then it'll go vroom. Or the tires are just crap, so they don't get grip. Though it does more or less take a millisecond, or takes a little bit to more or less get going. So yeah, though this is more or less almost instant. If not, just like it takes about 1 second to actually get the thrusters going. Though it does take at least another second to, well, get in the air, seeing how heavy it is. So, yeah. And Deku racking up points. 0 pointer comes out. And I know y'all thinking, oh, the ship's made Hatsume. Wrong answer. It's not Uraraka either. Him singing Shota Todoroki. Shota, as in the girl. Deku going over, and also Shota's overused her eyesight, which is why she couldn't really move. So yeah, Deku realizing there's a lot of eyes around. Shota can't even get out. At the moment, can't get out because she overused her ice. With Shota stating, "Damn it, Deku!" Before he can get punched, Deku uses his shield to more or less cover her. Not him, it's her in this series. And you do have a big mech starting to getting with his trying to protect Shota. Her just stating, "What the hell?" Deku's stating, hi. Him throwing the piece off and just saying, "Are you?" With Deku throwing the metal arm to the side, with the 0 pointer having to wait a second, then moving his arm back. Though it does take a second. Him immediately just stating, alright, him getting Shota and putting it in his one arm. And Deku flying off, shooting the 0 pointer. Just saying, alright, we're leaving. Shota's just saying, no, we have to kill that thing. Deku saying, you aren't killing that machine, I am. Her saying, how can you? Deku saying, I got 3 shots with with my mini rocket launcher, which should do the trick. Her saying, what is it? Him saying, do you see that back metal piece? Her saying, isn't that your battery? Him saying, nope, it's a retractable minigun / rocket launcher, or it's a mini rocket launcher. With Deku putting on a building on the side. Him, dropping to the ground and takes it out. Samantha is being very shocked and saying, what the hell's that? With Nessa saying, is that another minigun? I swear to God. With Aizawa smirking, just saying, yes. Favorite student quality. Talent, yes, I want him. Him folding it out and getting it two-handedly, holding on to his dear life. Him saying, I hope this works. Launching 2 shots. The final shot jammed but didn't explode anything. So with the 0 pointer falls back to its knees, or falls back on its back, and it can't get up. Well, why? Because it's top heavy. So, yeah. Him going up to it and more or less shooting its head. With his minigun, it not being able to reload, him dodging one of the arms going to his face. Though, it kind of more or less smashed his own head in, so that it turned off. Deku, sighing and looking at his shield, or trying to flop it out. It flapping out, piece comes off. Another piece comes off. And it cracks, falling apart. Him sighing and just saying, oh, well, that's why they're there. I guess I have to fix my shield. Him looking at the armor, it's not bad damaged. It has lots of scratches than it was before. So, yeah. And him going up, basically launching off and getting Shota. Him just getting up, putting her down and to Recovery Girl and just saying, hey, Recovery Girl, here's a person that got injured. Her saying, oh, hi, Shota. Or, hi, Shota. Her saying, hi, Recovery Girl. And they do know each other mainly because Recovery Girl does have to go to Enji's house sometimes to help him out. though she doesn't like it, she does mainly go there just to see Shota and help her out. Seeing she knows, Endeavor's basically an asshole and another one combined. So, yeah. Deku putting his top piece up and putting his front plate down. If you don't know what that is, it's that top metal piece on his head. And that orange piece sliding down. With the back of it opening up and seeing Deku. Him panting. Just saying, does anyone have water? With some heroes bringing out some water. Or at least a tray of water and him saying thank you. Drinking that whole gallon, asking for another one. Them just saying, sure. Him drinking it again. Him saying thank you. Them saying, looking. So yeah, with Deku more or less just sitting on his mech. So, yeah. Nezu, or, Cementos does come out and see the mech. Him just staying. So, if you don't get into that, in the hero part, Izuku Midoriya, I'm going to more or less, if it cost me my entire fortune of money that I've earned over the years, I would get you into the support course. With them both laughing at that and just saying, don't worry, I think I got in. Saying, I did more or less help some people and there was hero points, right? Everyone's just stopping what they're doing and just thinking, wait, there was hero points? So, Deku just saying, looking at everyone just saying, yeah, there was hero points. Don't you think it's kind of weird just to have villain points? We're also here to save people. And heroes do have to help each other out. So, it's pretty easy to, more or less, figure out that we do have to help each other or at least help other people in this test. With, Deku getting off his mech. And, him stating, alright, I had to go move this thing. Also, the battery outage did get boosted up to around 12 hours, so it can last for. So, yeah. With Deku looking at his jammed rocket launcher and going to ask him as a screwdriver. Him just forming a screwdriver in his hand, just saying, that's very handy. And Cemento's laughing, and that's just saying, yes, it is. Him more or less trying to unjam it. Cemento's wondering what it is. Realizing it's the bomb, and before he can stop him, you do more or less have a ching, and the thing coming in the air. You do more or less have Deku catching it, saying, we could have all died. Shota being right beside him, just saying, wait, what? Him just saying, nothing. Him putting it inside the cockpit, or him just actually properly loading into the gun again, so it doesn't get jammed. Making it small again, and putting it to the back of it, setting it up. With Cementos does have to help him with that. Because, yes, Deku is more muscular in this, and I'm not saying it isn't. And I'm not also saying he's not strong, though that thing probably weighs a lot. So, yeah. After a little while of next week, Deku gets into 1A, and yeah. Instead of, All Might, it was Nezu stating, I can't think of a good inspired speech. Hello, Izuku Midoriya. That's not the right accent. Hello, Izuku Midoriya. I am the principal of UA, and I would like to more or less see your mech in action more and more in the future. So, and you did get enough points to come into UA. So, congratulations, and welcome to your My Hero Academia. I'm just saying, yeah, baby. Yes, Izuku's very enthusiastic. Also, he doesn't have that thing with the girls, so he can't talk to them. With Inko coming in, just saying, what happened? Him saying, I got in. Or saying, you got in? Him saying, I got in. Inko just saying, we need to celebrate. Yes, Inko is Fat Inko in this, so, though it doesn't really matter. After a little bit, you do more or less have Deku coming in the first day. Coming in and just saying Bakugo and Ida staying, with Bakugo looking over to his side and just saying, Deku, how the hell did you get in here? Putting his arm up and going to explode him. Him saying, you shouldn't be here, Deku. Just leave. You don't deserve this. Him, well, getting his 2 feet up, punching him in the front face. Everyone being shocked. Deku, at least, more or less hitting the floor slightly, without trying to catch himself. Bakugo getting thrown into a desk. Deku just saying, look, Katsuki. Because he did, when they were younger, call him Katsuki, though Deku realized, well, shit. Bakugo is a total jackass, and he doesn't deserve to be called his nickname. So, yeah. Look, what's this actually? Look, Bakugo. Yes, you might have a, flashy quirk and stuff like that. You might even be able to, reach in the top 5. Him saying, though just because you have a powerful quirk doesn't mean that quirkless people can't be heroes. Him saying, I did make it with my giant mech that I did build on my own. With no one helping me, with him actually stopping and just saying, with almost no one helping me. Him saying, I did slightly get help by someone. With him saying, that doesn't matter. I built the entire thing all on my own. Just that damn battery source took me forever to build, and I had to ask for a reference. With Cementos. With, you do have Baku's just saying, does that mean you can't be here? You didn't earn your spot. Deku's just slamming Deku, more or less, about to start a fight because he's like, did that bitch just say I didn't earn my spot? I built that minigun, the mini rocket launcher, the SMG, the light SMG, the entire mech, except for that damn battery, because that thing was being a pain in my ass. With Aizawa just saying, alright, finally getting up and saying, no fighting. With you do more or less have Bakugo being in a headlock on the ground. Him more or less getting creepy face and just saying, Izuku Midoriya, I suggest you let go. I could just, him saying, I could probably just make you not be able to go to UA. Deku just saying, okay, in a cheerful voice. Letting Bakugo and Baku reaching for air. Yeah, before Deku just kicks him into a desk. Him saying, I want to do that for so long. Getting a satisfied face. And I saw just saying, what the hell did that kid do to him? And Deku does more or less go to. I saw just before everything starts and him saying, can I tell everyone something, Aizawa? Aizawa saying, sure. Also, how do you know my name? Him stating, I know a teacher here and he more or less helped me with my mech. Him saying, Cementos. Deku just saying, yeah. Him saying, alright. Deku standing up, as some people being like Kaminari, Denki, and saying, wait, why is he getting up? With you do have it. So I was just saying, shut up. And Deku just saying, alright, everyone, I'm gonna be front about this. My name is Izuku Midoriya, and I'm quirkless. Everyone just saying, what? Mineta just saying, how the hell did you get into 1B, 1A? Mineta with Deku just saying, how the hell did that pervert get into 1A? Or at least to UA. Mineta just shutting up. Everyone laughing at Mineta, even Aizawa a tiny bit. Or more or less like, in his own little way, just saying, so, yeah. Him doing the whole thing of saying, alright, put these on. Deku just raising a thing saying, we're doing a quirk analysis. Deku raising his hand just saying, Deku, you don't have to do this, seeing you don't really have a quirk, though anything without the quirk you can do. Him lowering his hand and just saying, okay. So in the regular portion, Deku does more or less get high, though in the quirk, with using quirks, he's not in it. Yeah. Because I thought I want to at least be fair with Deku, saying, well, he doesn't have a quirk, so I can't really put him through that. So, yeah. Though Baku's just saying, yeah, you can't do anything, you don't even have a quirk. With Deku almost sucker punching and just calming down. Him saying yes, and yet you don't even have a mech. With Baku just saying, what did you say? I could just steal yours and use yours to beat your ass. I wouldn't have to use my own quirk. Deku just saying, yeah, you won't have to use your own quirk. Why do you think I built the thing? With Aizawa is just smirking at him, just saying, yes. Roast his ass favorite child. So, yeah. He doesn't even say that to anyone. So, yes. Then, afterward, everything does happen the rest of the day. And I think I'm going to leave that off here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to try to, more or less, whenever I do the next part, I'm going to just go grab a quick drink and do the part 2 of this. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I'll be back whenever this comes out, yeah. You'll probably just hear me in the next 2 seconds saying more stuff again. So, yeah. Unless I do 2 separate videos, so you have to re-click, and I'm sorry. So, yeah. Seeing these are pre-recorded messages, or pre-recorded videos. So, yeah. Alright, goodbye.